Because you see Lincoln top of the league, and I won't say it's a full house, but it's certainly approaching that way. And this is what Stevenage are up against today and every day, of course, when they're coming to grounds where clubs have got so much more than them off the pitch. But we need to address that, and Stevenage out on the pitch down below us alongside Lincoln City, and there's players in there that Stevenage will know. Of course, they've come from Stevenage as well. So really, when we look at the first game back a couple of months ago, I didn't think there was too much between the two sides then, apart from a penalty goal.
Yeah, penalty goal early doors, which then changed the course of the game. People will say, yeah, but you have 70 odd minutes to turn that around. But when you're up against a side that's well organised, well drilled, and can sit on a 1-0 win for fun, that's easier said than done. However, Stevenage have been experts at it over the years. And you know, you just got to hope that the side that, and I think he's planned this side all week, so I think that it will have worked on many things that Stevenage will come up against today. And you know, I do believe that we'll see a better performance today. Just a note, an aside, it looks like the Stevenage players are wearing black armbands.
I think this will be in memory of Gordon Banks, of course, who passed away this week. It certainly looks like we've got a moment's silence.
Here goes Paul Farman. Bounces the ball, rolls it on the ground. He's on his hands and knees. Puts it up his jumper, bounces it. Puts it back on the penalty spot. Didn't roll over the grass with it today, did he? Now he sorts his socks out and walks back towards the Stacey West stand.
Strange little ceremony, isn't it?
It is a strange little ceremony, but he's a strange little Geordie, isn't he? What a great reception, though. Even at 2:10 when he was the first player, him and Oliver Byrne came out to warm up. The few that were in the ground there gave him a wonderful reception.
Yeah.
Well loved here. I'll tell you what, though, the public address announcer, he's no Jamie Drakford, that's for sure.
He's far better, isn't he?
He's about 28 years younger than him.
Oh dear. Don't tell him that. It's the what do they call it? The kids' takeover day today, isn't it? And,
yeah, there's a little lad behind us in the BBC Lincolnshire hot seat, doing the job of Steve Watkins. Anyway,
we are going to just break off for a moment's silence.
One of the greats of our game. Gordon Banks obviously won the World Cup, 1966. Also won 2 League Cup finals. We've lost a true gentleman in the football world, and we'd like you to join us now in a moment's applause for one of the greats, started and ended by the referees.
Great scenes there for one of the greats, without shadow of a doubt, Gordon Banks, who sadly passed away this week.
Yeah, really, it was good, wasn't it? Really nicely done, and a great noise around this ground for, as the gentleman said, a true gentleman of football.
Okay, from a bouncing central bank, we're just about ready for kick-off here. And this is going to be a big test for Stevenage. They've got to silence the fans first of all.
Ladies and gentlemen, could the owner of the vehicle in the Stacey West car park, FP16...
I hope that's not our car.
Go and shift the car, Steve.
We're parked about a mile away in the official car park.
We've switched sides, so maybe Stevenage won that because they put Grant Smith straight into the sunlight. So I think Ronnie might have won that.
Game underway, and it's Stevenage playing left to right in their changed blue strip. Lincoln in red and white striped shirts, black shorts, red and white hoop socks. And it's Luther Wilding with the throw. Ball's off the head of Alex Ravel and out for a throw down below us. Tom Pett turns, lifts it forward. John Akinde gets onto it and flicks it inside as well. And it's out for Tom Pett, who's almost to the corner flag. The ball gets squared low and it's up into the air from Joel Byron before Scott Cuthbert gets a header away. Michael Boswick fancies his chances from distance. It's deflected away by Stevenage. Now it's Bruno Andrade wide on the right hand side. Andrade gets the cross in. That's off of John Hunt, and it's going to be a corner inside the first minute for the home side, who started very brightly.
Yeah, they knocked it from left to right, didn't they, and tried to force the issue. Stevenage stood up to them, but there was a shot blocked that Farman was committed to, so that was obviously travelling goalward, and Hunt, as you say, just blocked the cross and out for a corner.
Ronnie Henry marking Michael Boswick. Interesting battle there. It's gone very deep. Here comes the corner. Ball gets played in. Farman,
free kick.
Blocked in the process there. Got a hand on it, I think, but nothing more than that. And it's a free kick to Stevenage. As Dean said, he got a very good reception. He did at Broadhall Way earlier in the season when he came out for a warm-up. Didn't play that day, did he? But, chance of England's number one. They do like him up here. Akinde.
I want to know where Timlin and Byron were there. Didn't really pick... Oops. Ball's out for a throw. Didn't really pick up the run there of Danny Rowe. And Akinde was just it was like a 1-2, a V-shaped 1-2, and Rowe ran through unchallenged. There's a crash barrier here, and
I know, it's annoying, isn't it?
I can't see. Anyway, Shares on the ball.
Looking to go on the outside and
gets his throw
going, but he wins the throw in off of Harry Toffolo. 10 yards from the corner flag on the Stevenage right hand side.
So it's Ronnie playing at the right of the three, isn't it? Cuthbert in the middle, and as we thought, Luke Wilkinson on the left.
There goes Wilding trying to get on the outside. That's just swallowed up by the defence. Ronnie Henry plays it across to Luke Wilkinson.
Oh, I thought that was a cracking ball.
Well, it looked it, didn't it?
From Luke Wilkinson, just swept it out to the left-hand side, but it was a yard in front of John Hunt.
He turned round and gave him a big thumbs up for that. I think he liked it. Just almost not expected it. So it's a new look Stevenage defensive unit this afternoon. Henry, Cuthbert and Wilkinson. Well, used gassed around there, but I thought Andrade was offside.
Yeah, Wilkinson passed it through Cuthbert's legs to Henry. I think that's what the ooh was for. Good win from Share.
Comes away with the ball off of Michael Boswick. Turns, fires in a long-range effort, a speculative one. Cannons off of Toffolo though, and out for a throw-in.
Yeah, that hit Toffolo in the D, didn't it? And it's trickled all the way out here on this near side, is it? For a throw-in, which
Yes.
Luther takes.
Henry gets it back from Timlin and then just knocks it back for Farman.
Right in front of the manager, and the manager points out where he should have passed it. Yeah,
Clearance from Farman. It's
a goal kick.
Wildin who's challenged for it. He's come off his head and out for a goal kick. Dino's not happy. I don't think he liked that clearance from Paul Farman. He'd be a goalkeeper. Looks decent enough clearance for me. Scott Cuthbert gets to the ball before John Akindi, and then Akindi wins it back, and there's a free kick against.
Well, they grappled from
Scott Cuthbert.
They
and the referee wants a
grappled.
word with him.
They grappled from the edge of the centre circle to the halfway line, didn't they? And Akinde eventually decided he'd go down.
It was Akinde, don't forget, who won the penalty.
Oh,
in the,
don't worry, I haven't.
reverse fixture. And it was Scott Cuthbert with the challenge. It was a penalty, Mindford, so.
Yeah.
John Akinde, who's the biggest man in the world, and
Ravel wins his header there.
goes down very easily.
I haven't quite worked out where Mackayse's playing yet. He's sort of sent. It's almost a 5-2-1-2. Cher's definitely up front, isn't he? And going either side of Ravel, who's looking after the middle channel. But when Cher goes left, Mackayse goes right.
There's Alex Geraldo, just nips on to that loose ball.
Pet's fallen over it for a second time.
Back to Wilding. Find Mackayse. Timlin flips it across to Luke Wilkinson, who has to let it go over his head before he gets it under control. He'll clip it forward. Ravel heads it towards Wilding. Wilding lets it drop. Oh, it comes off his shoulder and out.
Yeah, it bounced up, didn't it? A little higher than he anticipated. But Wilding is not playing as a right back. He's definitely a right wing back, isn't he? He's high up the pitch. Timlin tucks in behind Wilding. Tries to look after Akinde.
Volleyed forward there by Frecklington. Wilding.
Dino punching the air, punching his chest, getting a message over to I think it was Scott Cuthbert or Moses Mackayse.
Fourth official's been very busy. Danny Cowley is ordering somebody to be behind the dugout area because there's like a little concourse there to pick up the loose ball. Meanwhile, picking up the loose ball on the pitch was Alex Ravel. Finds Cher. Cher goes on the outside, gets it across, right into the far post, and
Corner.
oh, goalkeeper goes down and rolls over several times.
Well, the cross from Cher was a good one, wasn't it? And it's really teased Ravel and the goalkeeper, and it's literally at the far post, and the keeper plucks it out the air. And they've gone body to body, and Ravel's just sort of hipped him against the post, isn't he? And the linesman's flagged for a corner because he's carried it out of play, the goalkeeper, and obviously the referee's having none of it.
Please,
It's a good opening though, isn't it? Stevenage straight over for a drinks break.
Mobile Lincoln. And Alex Ravel's not got a nasty bone in his body, has he? There's absolutely no way.
Oh yeah, but doesn't he moan? He does moan.
Well, yeah. Is that what the goalkeeper's gone down for? He's been moaned at.
Maria having a real one-on-one with Michael Timlin. He's on the pitch, which he knows isn't allowed. So he found out in the week. I've been asked as I was in the away end, was Dino suspended today, but he didn't receive a red card last week, folks.
He got an apology.
He got an apology off the head of referees, yeah. Ball's headed out of play by Shackle, so it's a Stevenage try. You're not allowed on the pitch at half time, so the referee asked him to sit in the stand for the second half. I suppose he could have refused.
Well, the referee was concerned because he had the assessor there. Well, obviously he got it wrong, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Oh, Byram's
Kindy.
That wasn't good from either Wilding or Byram.
Byram's done well to win it back though, and then it's forward from Ravel, headed in field. Chair can't get to it. Wilding gets to the loose ball, and well, it was Harry Toffolo just left a leg there.
Yeah, I thought Macasey did well there. He put a bit of speed into his run and jumped in to collect the bouncing ball, and a leg was left in. If that's given against us, I'm going to bemoan that.
Well, the leg was left out. It's a free kick to Stevenage, and a good opportunity for them as Joel Byram stands on the ball. And he'll just lay it off to Timlin. Timlin looks up, he'll clip the ball in. It's headed back across. Cuthbert went for it, but it was cut out. Now Andrade can run out of defence with the ball. Held up by Chair. Challenge from Henry. Stevenage win it. Come forward. Chair, he just lost his foot in.
He's gone down there as well. Whoops. Linesman, you know when the linesman puts his flag up and then he has to reach his hand over his head to change the direction of the flag. He's given it to Lincoln. Good work there from Hunt and Henry though, wasn't it? Henry didn't hold back in that challenge on Andrade. I enjoyed that.
Tino Mumria.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here's where the theatrics start, because it's a free kick.
Michael Timlin
to Lincoln.
Hauls
Tom Peck down. It's not Peck.
No, it's the foot. Is it? It's Frecklington, of course. We should have known. And he just runs into Macasey, just for no reason. Just ran into him in the middle of the centre circle. There's a free kick to Lincoln, halfway inside their own half.
And the fans on their feet, of course.
Oh, baying for blood.
Comes the free kick. It's nodded down by Akinde. Loose ball. It's a shot from Boswick. It's into the Stevenage player, and Stevenage end up having to scramble that one away.
Yeah, it just sort of the block span away, didn't it? And it didn't spin towards Farman, so Wilding had to come across and just tip it out of play.
Playing from this near side. Toffolo will take, runs up, long delivery. It's knocked down. It should be an easy clearance, and it is from Henry.
Big one, and he's going back to the keeper. Good work, Stevenage.
Back now with Grant Smith.
Now, when they're defending, that is a back flat line of 5. But Hunt and Wilding definitely doing their jobs. Oh, and Hunt reads that well.
Well, it was held up in the wind, didn't it? And it was only Hunt that read it. Oh, high boot, and Ravel comes through. Free kick given.
How can you not think that is? Yeah. Well, how can you not agree with the referee's decision there? Macasey's just stooped to head that, and there's a foot there. The ball went through to Ravel.
It's quite clear free kick.
Yeah. Ravel couldn't do anything with it 30 yards. He was the furthest player forward, so referee says, thank you very much, gentlemen. I played an advantage, none to be had. We'll take a free kick on the edge of the centre circle, and young Cher will take it.
Cher it is on the ball. It's 13 yards inside the Lincoln half. It's played in now. It's nodded across by Ravel. Macasey goes across. He keeps it in. He's fouled again.
No, he's not.
Really?
It's a throw into Lincoln. Macasey asking the referee's opinion on that as he gets up.
Dino Mambria is...
He had his hands over his face there. That was a foul for me, but we're a long way from it.
Oh, it was, wasn't it?
Timlin wins his header.
for Ravel. He's bouncing around. It's Ravel who'll knock it out towards Chair again. Chair
Oh, beautifully done.
keeps it in. Got Bruno Andrade in front of him. Chair with the ball in. Andrade, former QPR man. Byron drives it goalwards, and well, it was a sighter as much as anything else. It was always over, but not too far.
Yeah, yard and a half over. Wasn't rising, but wasn't dipping either.
Do you know what? I'm having just as much fun watching the fourth official here. He's stood right between the two dugout areas. He's got the two managers. He keeps pointing Dino Mamria back into the technical area. Dino Mamria keeps pointing across to Danny Cowley, who's not in the technical area.
Yeah, he's straying out of it at the other end of his dugout.
Well, he is now, but...
and that's rolling out there for a Stevenage throw. Really loose ball there, and Follow had to chase it to the dugout from the centre circle. It was that loose. Stevenage forcing the mistakes from Lincoln, and
it's been a good start for me.
Yeah, the ball has been in the Lincoln half more than it's been in the Stevenage half, let's put it that way. Here's Luther.
Not a good ball forward from him.
It was between Macasey and Ravel, wasn't it? And it just went through to Smith.
Carlisle 1, MK Dons 1, Barnsley 1, Wickham 0 in our other games. Andrade there,
he put...
That is exactly what is bad about this game.
Yeah.
Andrade, that was embarrassing.
Yeah.
And the referee didn't buy it. Well done, referee.
Yeah, let me describe that. The ball's gone down the line. Andrade's chasing after it. Wilkinson is running in front of him. Andrade's put his head towards Luke Wilkinson, made it touch Wilkinson's body and recoiled. As if...
Stopped and held his arms out as if he'd been assaulted.
Yeah. Well played, referee.
Absolutely.
Big kick from Farman. Oh, Ravel's gone down, but it's a free kick to Lincoln.
Danny Cowley is now in the arms of the fourth
Jason
official.
Shackle. He's in his...
This is exactly what we were expecting.
Oh yeah. This is just a warm-up, Steve. You're going to be... You're just starting to be antagonised.
Ball towards the edge of the Stevenage area.
Ronnie dealt with it quite well.
Wilding gets it away. Macasey's touch not great. Lincoln will gather. Toffolo to Shackle.
Good work from Ravel.
Lifted forward. Kindy again knocks it down. Pett now looks to go on the outside. Flag goes up for offside.
Offside, great. Look, that is really well played from Stevenage there. The chest out to Pett. Can't do anything about that because there's no right midfielder. So Luther was looking after Akinde. So you've got to let Pett run. So he did. Ronnie and Scott Cuthbert held their line. Pett had to play the ball when he bumped into Luther, and the 19 there, Danny Roward straight offside. Great organisation from Stevenage there.
Long clearance from Farman.
Ravel wins his header again. He's having a bit of joy out of Shackle, isn't he?
Smith, the goalkeeper, rolls it out to Neil Eardley.
Great again from Ronnie. The ball to Akinde. Ronnie just shuffled him, didn't he, before?
That's a nice ball forward from Timlin. Goalkeeper comes out of his area. Ravel chases it. Keeper does well, gets it away though. Luke Wilkinson did a job there. Bruno Andrade goes down. I think, is this going to be a card?
No, I don't think so.
Well, you know what happened? Luke Wilkinson played it back to Paul Farman and then blocked off.
Yeah.
Bruno Andrade.
And got a free kick for it. Well played, Luke Wilkinson. I do wonder how the human race views things sometimes.
Fourth official again. He's just running between the two dugouts. It's comical. He's not watching the game. There's no point arguing with the fourth official because he can't watch any of the game.
Farms has fallen over as he's taken that. Frecklington wins it. Wilding won the second.
Well, in fairness, Dino Mamria asked for a strong referee, and I think he's got it.
I think he has,
This referee has accepted no nonsense.
Let's just hope he carries it on. Boswick's in his ear roll now,
Yeah.
as you'd expect.
Yeah.
A lot of people around the ground today were very surprised Michael Boswick was playing today. He's been out injured and wasn't expected to be back.
No, you put him in against
Oh
the
yeah,
side, don't you?
even if he's 75% fit. Especially against his old side.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's the
Akinde wins his first header there against Timlin. Well done.
Andrade lifts it across to that far side, knocks it past Hunt. Hunt wins it back. Free kick to Lincoln. For what?
I can't help you.
Looked like Hunt was the one that was fouled there.
I'm not sure.
That was the linesman who gave that one. So, who's 5 yards away from the baying hordes in that stand on the opposite side?
It's 15 yards from the byline and just outside the box between the box and the touchline. It's going to be swung in. I wouldn't be surprised to see a shot. Stevenage lined up on the 6-yard box.
Runs up now. It's awful. Straight out for a goal kick. That is poor. Dean Hamria. Wants a word.
Well, John Ashton out, saying a few words. Probably to Hunty, trying to get a message across the pitch. Sort of a hand signal, as if he's saying,
I think that was towards the referee.
Would you like a pint? That kind of gesture.
It was a poor clearance. It was helped on in the end by Hunt. Gathered by Eardley. Lifts it forward. Wilkinson heads towards Ravel. Ravel's wrestled to the ground there. Boswick comes away with the ball. Danny Rowe. His ball's cut out. Timlin into McCasey. McCasey holds it up and then lays it back for Ronnie Henry. Henry will use Farman. Farman clears. Cuthbert onto the return ball. Ball headed down. Ravel stays down.
He'll need to get up because Hunt's on the ball.
Byron's on the ball now. Ravel's okay. Chair finds McCasey, gets it back, looking for a shooting opportunity, clips it goalwards. Goalkeeper was worried about that.
Yeah,
dipping but not quite enough.
Yeah, nice. He just cut in from the left, didn't he? And he wasn't too left wing, but he sort of cut in and let one fly. Quite right too. He's been quiet, hasn't he, for the last sort of 10 minutes or so. He had a really lively start, then he's sort of drifted out the game on that left-hand side a little bit. It's more of 5-2, two wide players, McCasey right, Cher left, and Ravel down the middle, but they're very quick at getting forward, McCasey and Cher.
Smith clears. Ronnie Henry hangs up in the air. He's done well.
Oh, Wilkinson's clearance
not great.
Didn't beat Boswick, did it?
Wilding's clearance not great as well. Up into the air. It's Ravel though, who can head it out to this near side. McCasey will take. McCasey cuts in from the right hand touchline. Finds Timlin. Timlin switches play across to the left. Hunt knocks it down. Wilkinson to Cuthbert. Cuthbert to Henry. It's been a good start to this game, and I think Dino Mamre will be happy. 23.5 minutes
That's
played.
a good run from Cher.
Oh, he's taking it down beautifully as well, and then finds McCasey. Back to Chair. Chair onto his right foot. Swings a ball in. Ravel's onto it. Oh, that was just the wrong side of that right-hand post.
Oh, it's Johnny Hunter's coming in behind Ravel, wasn't it? And he's just stuck a foot out, and it's hit he sort of studied it goalwards.
It was almost slow motion.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing. The
No.
goalkeeper just stood rooted to the ground.
And I was literally waiting for the net to move, and it's just gone the wrong side of the post. Maybe we haven't got a great angle on it, but it probably wasn't that close. But it's gone right back across goal.
Good build-up.
Great.
This is not
play.
Stevenage of last week. I'm telling you that.
Well, that's good news. That's a Stevenage throw. That's a goal kick out to Petty, who just heads it out of play. That was nice from Macasey and Cher, wasn't it? And I didn't think that the cross was great. I thought it was too close to the goalkeeper, but it must have just swung away. Macasey pushing the 8 for Frecklington. Cuthbert there, just kicking Akinde as he went to collect the ball and just put him off enough, and it's back with Paul Farman. I'm enjoying this.
Farman's straight down the middle. It's bounced. Goalkeeper went all the way back onto his goal line just to make sure that he wasn't going to be embarrassed.
Yeah, he wasn't having the sun in his eyes and a Farman clearance coming at him, was he? Just rolls it out. It's a good contest. That's good from Macasey. He's straight in on Boswick, who obviously goes to referee has bought that one because he said play on. Anyway, ball forward
for Akinde. This is where Cuthbert's got to be careful. The ball gets squared in, and that's good stuff. It's touched away in the end by Luke Wilkinson. Macasey just backheels it into the path of Wilding. Wilding decides to switch it across that left-hand side where there's plenty of room.
Go on, Hunty.
Hunt. There you go. It's now with Timlin.
Good touch from
Macasey.
Hunt.
Macasey into space.
Hunt's at centre forward.
Cher as well.
Shot blocked.
Low shot. It's blocked away. Now it's back to Macasey. Macasey again. He's got Eardley in front of him, and Macasey offloads to Byram. Gets it back.
Tried to force it there, didn't he?
Wilkinson, ball in from him. Ravel meets that one and can't get his header on target. Indeed, this is impressive.
I mean, it wasn't a cultured ball in, was it? And Revs just had to do something with it. He's at the far post. He's moved it back goalward, but it's probably 2 yards wide. But it had pace on it. If that's on target, that's testing goalkeepers. Yeah, Akinde fouls Timlin.
Why does he need to do that? John Akinde, who's 8 foot tall, Michael Timlin, who's 4.
But Timlin was in front of him, and Timlin was favourite to get the ball, and the wind held it up, so Akinde hasn't got the skill or the brain power to get in front of Timlin, which is what he should have done. He had time to look at that.
Cheap free kick. If I'm the Lincoln manager...
Yeah. Steve Gattin's out having conversations with the gaffer.
Danny Cowley right next to the 4th official, outside of his technical area. He's not been told a word.
There's Ronnie, plays it to Ilias.
Ilias gets it back from Macasey.
Oh, lovely.
Tries again, it's back towards...
That was a really nice one too from him and Macasey there, Cher, wasn't it?
He's getting much more ball than he saw last week, and that's what we need to see. Ilias Cher on the ball. Oh, perhaps not so good on that occasion as he tried to get it back to Luther Wilding.
But the linesman there put the flag Stevenage's way and overruled by the referee. But yeah, well, not a great touch from Cher there back to Luther.
John Akinde.
Luther wins it.
Yep.
From the throw. It's just a clash, isn't it, that?
No, Dean, no. You're not reading that. There was nothing there. Absolutely nothing. And Toffolo hits the ground. If anything, there was a touch of shoulders, but he's gone down holding his ankle. I'm not having it.
Free kick taken. Wilkinson's handballed it.
Well, he did there as well.
Yeah.
Flicked up and caught his hand.
And it's a perfect shooting opportunity for Lincoln.
This is a dangerous moment because that's 6-7 metres outside the area.
Just right of central. Couple of tweets, Steve, while the referee gets his shaving foam out.
I'm not in trouble, am I?
Bob Sage, sounds a good feisty start and hopefully a no-nonsense ref. Can you ensure minimal added time as he wants to get to the pub to watch Newport County? Pat Jackson, we've already had more shots than I predicted for the full 90 minutes. Sounds better than Tranmere too. So 5 shots, all off target, but we can live with that.
Who's over the ball here? It's number 23, which is Neil Erdley.
He's the right back.
And is it Shackle?
Toffolo's loitering, but he's left footer, isn't he? He won't take it.
It's the 2 defenders, isn't it?
It's Shackle.
Right. Up runs Shackle. It's gone for goal, but watched closely by Farman.
Taken chest high, into the palms, bounces down into Farman's hands. You want better than that. That was powder puff, wasn't it?
Yeah. Farman's had the ball in his hands for about...
And he's kicked it against Akinde.
Yeah. And the referee is... That's a booking, isn't it?
Yeah.
Akinde's blocked the clearance.
Akinde hasn't moved.
He hasn't. You can't see it, can you?
Yeah, no, I can just.
The referee is going to have a word with John Akinde. See, I have to say, I don't see too much wrong in that.
Oh, I don't. Farman's inside the area, Akinde's out. Farman's just being mischievous.
Yeah. Well, the referee wants a word with Farman, but
he's just...
Why blow the whistle if he's fouled?
Farman's just patted him on the left cheek.
What's going on now? Farman's got the...
Farman's halfway inside his half now.
There's
talking
lots of fun and games going on.
I think so. There's a lot of players. I noticed in the handshake, Alex Ravel was hugging the likes of Frecklinton and Toffolo and Shackle. So he obviously knows them from around the country.
31 minutes played here at Central Bank. It's goalless and it's been really enjoyable in a strange way. Ravel knocks it towards Wildin to Macasey. Macasey finds Timlin, who'll just touch it out to Ronnie Henry. Back to Wildin. Wildin taking on Toffolo, and Toffolo does well to get that away.
Well played, Scott Cuthbert, just got an interception on that.
Byron to Henry. Oh dear, it's almost a bit of a muck up there between Cuthbert and Timlin, but Timlin's got away with it.
Right, Lincoln intercept that ball and get Andrade away, but I'll tell you what, Elias Chair has nicked it off him, and Byron tried to get him going, but he just couldn't dig it out, and Timlin gives it away. Makes an interception but doesn't win it back cleanly. Oh, it's going from one team to the other, isn't it?
Yeah. Freckington plays it out to Toffolo. Toffolo to Pett. Pett can't get past Wildin, and it's out for a Lincoln throw. Just down below us. 0-0 here at Central Bank. Barnsley a goal up at home to Wickham. Luton 0-0 at Fleetwood.
Played Ronnie Henry, gets the throw. Oh no, that's not even close.
How can that be?
He's changed the direction of the ball.
Oh dear, oh dear. And now it's a free kick as well.
Can't even get throw-ins right now sometimes, honestly. What is the point? It's a free kick. What, 2 yard in from the touchline in front of us? What, 20 yards from the byline? Left foot on it.
Danny Rowe to take this. Wide out on the Lincoln left-hand side. Outswinger. It's a Stevenage head on it though.
Byron did well, and Chair finishes it off.
It's out of play. Another throw in.
And there Nicky Cowley must have been 20 yards out of his technical area, telling his player what to do.
Danny Rowe has to find Freckington. Out to Erdley. Andrade gets it back to Erdley. Threads the ball through for Rowe. Now it's Andrade. to go on the outside. Cross comes in from Eardley. It's plucked out the air. Oh dear. Has it crossed the line?
No.
It's out.
Wow.
Paul Farman there with a mistake that gifted the chance to John Akinde.
He's got Scott Cuthbert to thank for that.
Cleared off the line. Well,
Brilliant reaction from Cuthbert. Brilliant reaction from Akinde, to be fair.
yeah.
Let off for Stevenage. And you don't want something like that to ruin a good 35, 40 minutes work.
And it's put out a play on that far side. Well, that's lifted the home fans, if nothing else.
Ball came into the far post. Farman's come and collected it, and he just bounced it down and didn't have it under control. Ball's coming in.
Another cross in. It's met by a Stevenage defender, though. I think it was Scott Cuthbert, and that's out for a corner.
Yeah, it is. And as Farman's bounced it down, it's Akinde's at the far post, and he's thought, oh my God, there's the ball. Heads it goalwards, and Cuthbert, a la Mark Smith at Newcastle, hooks it off the line. Brilliant anticipation and brilliant defending.
Here comes the air raid siren. As the corner comes in from that far side. In swinger, Cuthbert heads it away. Why wouldn't he?
Comes back though.
Back to Cuthbert, who'll head it away again. Is that all you've got?
Yeah.
Lifted forward. Wilding
Goes
heads
over
it forward,
everyone.
and that will run all the way through to goalkeeper Grant Smith.
What do you think of that air raid siren? I don't think it's right. If you haven't been here before and you're a defender, you're thinking, what's that?
They've always had it, haven't they? Remember, it was the feature when Stevenage came here and lost 4-1 in the FA Cup that day. When Stevenage were the better side apart from the 4 goals. Said to the then Stevenage manager, who lost his job 3 days later.
So.
She was regaling that conversation with somebody on Facebook earlier. Carl Alford, the goal scorer.
Throw to Lincoln, taken. Wilding just cut it out, but he was it with a challenge, wasn't he? Pretty quickly from to follow.
Yeah, he apologised for that. I think it was a little bit robust, but that's all right. He apologised. I don't mind that. That was just wholehearted.
Byron wins his header in the middle of the park, but can't get Share onto it.
Timlin and Pett just header from Luke
Wilkinson. There.
Well, he's won his header, Stephen. Boswick, he's a big lad.
He's gone down. It's not a foul. It's not a foul. It's 2 players challenging for the ball.
And Lincoln had the ball.
Wilkinson won his header. Simple.
Yeah, he did.
Michael Boswick, you're better than that.
Would you like a wine gum before I finish them?
Yes.
Very tasty, these, aren't they?
They are, once you get
Tangy ones.
through the first attack of acid.
Very nice. Anyway, free kick's taken sideways. That's good play from Timlin, and he's really forced him, Freckington, into that to get it out wide, and he put it in between the right back and the right midfielder, and Ardley just could only head it out.
I can't see.
I have to say though, you've had your fair share, because I left them up here 3/4 full, and I came back down and there was a quarter full. You had more than your fair share of that packet, Mr. Watkins. And if your personal trainer's listening,
It's always me, isn't it? Scott Cuthbert heads it away. It gets volleyed back towards the Stevenage penalty area. Timlin hooks it forward. Ravel takes the first touch, but it just runs away from him and out of play.
It was a bit too heavy, wasn't it?
Boswick. Off loads. To a round of applause. It's forward. Oh dear. Kinde's just got the better of Cuthbert. Kinde goes down. goal kick.
I couldn't see the referee because he's behind that stanchion.
I could. And
I
he pointed for a goal kick, and everybody thought he was pointing for a penalty.
My heart was in my mouth because I couldn't see Akinde because there was 3 or 4 players around him. He's got the ball on the edge of on the width of the box, hasn't he? And he's sort of motored to the 6-yard box, and there's all sorts of shenanigans going on. And Akinde goes down, everyone cheers, and I can't see the referee. Goal kick. How long's on the clock?
Another 5.5 minutes.
Well, have we got any stoppage today? I don't think we have we? Clearance. Up to Ravel. He's been hassled all over the shop there, Alex Ravel. And the ball drops into Grant Smith's hands. Byram with a good interception.
Now it's Ravel. He's got space in the centre of the park inside the Lincoln half. Chair looks up. Oh dear, he almost caught the goalkeeper out, who's had to palm that over the bar.
Straight at him, and he's literally head height, and he's palmed it over the bar. It wasn't a great shot from Cher.
Well, you say that, I can only assume that was moving about, because
or the sun. I think it had more to do with the sun.
He's got the shade there.
Well,
no
I think
excuse.
It's coming through trees now, isn't it? So it looks shady, but maybe. But every time Cher gets the ball, he's looking to, and there was Ravel had loads of space, and he actually played the ball back to Cher, who didn't have a lot of space, but that little burst of speed got him into a position. So it's a corner on that far side.
Corner to Stevenage. It's now Joel Byram. Left footed, plays it short for McCasey, knocks it back. Tim Lynn can't keep it down.
Probably worked on Thursday, that. Short into McCasey, came running towards Byram from the post, didn't he? Tipped it off to the edge of the box. Timlin came flying in and just under the roof of the Stacey West stand. "41 minutes gone. I've just seen the clock on the scoreboard. Here come Lincoln.
Just drop. Pep threads it through to Andrade, who's trying his luck on his near side. Oh, come on.
He's gone down quite.
Come on. Free kick, won by Bruno Andrade.
I'm not going to say it isn't, as it probably was, but...
Well, please.
Your personal trainer is listening, Steve. I'll tell you what he says after this free kick.
So Andrade will take this free kick. It's right on the edge of the box, about 2-3 yards towards the goal line. Clips it in. Stevenage.
No,
head it behind.
No nonsense. Just head it out. Yeah, Drackers is listening. He's told me to tell you to get up and down those stairs a few times during half time.
Don't worry, I've got a mile and a half trek back to the car.
Actually, after Wednesday night's tumble, stay where you are.
Here comes the corner. Ball's not in the area, but there you go. Played in. It's gone loose. Down goes a Lincoln player. Another ball gets played in. Akinde heads it. That's cleared off the line. Scrambled away by Stevenage.
Hunt off the line. Just headed it back past Farman, didn't he? And Hunt was there doing his job.
Another corner.
It's an attack, isn't it, of aerial bombardment from Lincoln.
It's no wonder you get that air raid siren. Comes another corner. Gets just dinked in. There's a Stevenage player down. It's Alex Ravel. That's a free kick.
Yeah, Shackle just threw Ravel to the floor, and good play from Ravel. Yeah, we were concerned about you Wednesday night, Steve.
No, you weren't. Oh, no, you weren't.
We were at another venue, folks, doing something on a Wednesday night that some of you may be aware of on another radio station, and it's a very dark exit, isn't it? Very dark and dingy. And
dangerous.
dangerous now. And me and Jay Drakford managed to get down the stairs safely.
Gingerly. Clearance from Farman straight down. Look at Alex Ravel just in a bear hug there.
Yeah, it's just bounced. Farman's clearance has just bounced straight through to the Lincoln goalkeeper. Last 45 seconds of this half. I can't see there being more than a minute being added. Oh, we did have a stoppage early doors, didn't we? For a minute or two. The Stevenage players came over for a drinks break, I seem to recall. Throw in. Luther Wilding's got the ball in his hand.
Timlin forward for Macasey's. Stevenage not so much on the ball.
No, not in the last 10 or so.
In the last 10, but there they are winning a throw-in. Midway inside the Lincoln half.
You know, Danny Rowe's supposed to be the second striker, and he's back at secondary left back helping out. So that's testament to Stevenage's attacking force in this half. Oof. Ronnie didn't want that on his chest, did he? But
1 minute of added time.
I don't think you heard that at home, didn't you? Just the 1 minute. Played.
Scott Cuthbert beats Akinde to that one. He's fouled. Free kick Stevenage.
Yeah. Would you give him that?
Not really. On the basis of today, yes.
Yeah. Free kick in the centre circle. I'm gonna be bold here and say Stevenage should see this half out at 0-0. And it's been a good one. I'm really pleased with it. Didn't know what we were going to get today.
Free kick played in. It's headed clear. Pet on fire it forward. Byram will return it, and there goes the full-time or half-time whistle. Anyway,
there you go. That's how you end a half.
Yeah.
I think
quite pleased indeed.
Yeah, I think the boss will be happy with that. I'd say Stevenage have had. Welcome back to Sincil Bank, folks. There's a positive vibe around this. Well, I would say the away end, but I wouldn't call it an end. I'd call it a dog leg of well, I don't know really. Nobody's very happy. Well, let me put it one way. There's a really happy, positive vibe in the away part of this ground. I think a lot of cold drinks have been taken by the participants of the away following. I've had hugs and all sorts as I've wandered through. And then there is a little L to it. So some people are actually behind the goal, but no further than 10 yards into the behind the goal. So
I can't see how many Stevenage fans there are.
There you can see to the co-op side. So there's 4 seats there and another 12.
This makes good for good radio. This, by the way.
12 seats. It goes about 8 up, but then there's quite a few around this side of the on this side of the ground. So there's a lot.
So from here, it doesn't look like there's many Stevenage fans.
but there's probably another 100 or so where the flag is past the corner flag. There are people actually watching the game from behind the goal, and a lot of them were suggesting that we're in line with the goal. Was maybe that bordered cross line from Akinde.
Never mind. It wasn't given. Goalless it remains, and to be honest, I think that would have been harsh on Stevenage on that first half performance.
Yeah, they've done well.
Because I see some comments suggesting that was perhaps the best away first half for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, I saw a tweet from Pat Jackson. He said, "Well, you are." The bar is pretty low to compare that to some of the away performances, but yeah, it is a good first half, and unusually the gaffer is out there amongst the players. They've had a little circle of warm up with Ash, and the gaffer's sort of in amongst it at the moment. Jason Goodliff into the bench, and just the last word from Dino over to Ronnie and Luther, I believe, and the referee's telling him to get off the pitch.
No.
which you do well to listen to.
We've been there before.
Right, where's my glasses? We'll put them back on. Look, well now, You could say that, but look at the home manager on the pitch and his brother, both on the pitch, clapping. What's good for the goose? Yeah, I've seen some happy faces in the away end. Good to see my old pal Jeff Wode. He was on fine form. Cruffers, of course, with Fiona and Tom. I think they were well oiled.
Here we go, second half underway. Stevenage attacking the goal away to our left hand side as we watch, and winning the ball early, and Mackenzie will find Chair. He's on the edge of the area now, being driven wide though. Toffolo in front of him, and Tom Pett. There's the overlap from Wilding, who gets the ball now. Wilding gets it across. It's headed behind. Stevenage corner.
Yep, it started well. Byram just stuck his foot out from the clearance, didn't he? And it turned into a pass to Mackenzie, and then it went to walking pace out to Cher, and then out to Luther, whose cross was met by Shackle at the near post, and it's a corner on that far side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players outside the box now, all walking in. Timlin stays. Chair's given Byram an angle.
Here comes the corner from Byram. Swung to deep. It's onto a Lincoln head, and Wilkinson challenges for it, but it's just prodded out of play. It's going to be a Stevenage throw-in. Throw-in which Hunt will take. Gets it back from Byram. Byram again just dinks it forward. Get the clearance in, and it'll be a Stevenage throw. Midway inside the Lincoln half of the pitch. Stevenage line-up, Farman in goal, Henry, Cuthbert and Wilkinson. 3 centre halves, Wilding and Hunt, the 2 wide men. Mackenzie, Timlin and Byram in midfield. Chair and Ravel up front.
Throw in. Oh, Ravel goes down, and he had an arm round his waist from to follow. Sorry, Bolger. The referee wasn't interested. Went through to the goalkeeper. Here come Lincoln. No.
Rowe.
Offside.
Knocks it past his man. So it is headed home. Flag's been up a long while. Referee comes.
No, referee's got to speak to the linesman. He's given offside. Stevenage has stopped, and the ball's ended up in the back of the net. It's a goal. Stevenage are 1-0 down.
Well, how? The flag was up. Oh, Dean, this is amazing.
The linesman's dropped an absolute clanger there.
The linesman has...
What is going on in this game, Steve? I do not understand, and I don't think these officials understand what they're out there and paid to do.
Well, Dino Mamria is absolutely fuming. Lincoln City ahead. I still don't know what's going on. Here come Lincoln again.
Stevenage are all over the shop now, and it's out. No, it's stayed in. It's a throw in to Lincoln, down by the corner flag. Right, it was a Rowe looked offside, but I didn't see who played the ball to him. I think he played the ball almost to himself, and he's put the ball into the far post. Nobody's there. Stevenage has stopped, and it's been headed back across Farman and into the goal.
There goes a throw in. The one thing you have to say, it's the referee that makes the decision, Dean.
Yeah, wait for the whistle. And Stevenage get the throw.
Oh dear, you'd have thought that Stevenage had scored a horrendous own goal there, wouldn't you? The way the crowd reacted when the throw-in's being awarded to Stevenage.
The line.
Oh, this is outrageous.
Right, Byram clears it. It was a throw-in by the Stevenage corner flag. Timmerlin can't pass it.
This linesman is staying well away from the Stevenage dugout. Ravel is now with Chair's shot. It's over the bar. Dino Mamria asks the question of the linesman. The linesman ignores him.
Let me give you what I think. I think Rowe has played that to himself.
Look at him. He's absolutely ignoring any question.
Steve Gattin is right in his face. I think he stood there for a good 3 seconds, so play's gone on, then he's realised he's absolutely dropped one. In which time Stevenage have stopped.
Yeah, well,
because the flag has been up so long.
It's a ball that's Rose kept in. It's allowed to go into the area. Nobody wanted it for Lincoln, and Stevenage can clear. Now that's a booking.
Yeah,
that has to be a card.
24, Bolger. First yellow card of the game. Chair's
it is indeed.
Taken a touch and then tried to turn him, and then he's just stuck 2 legs out, hasn't he, basically, to bring the lad down. I think it's a good goal. However, I think the linesman has absolutely dropped one. If you think you've got it wrong, put your flag down straight away. Don't leave it up for 3 or 4 seconds.
Well, that's the worst thing, because he stood there, which means he's
not up with play.
Exactly.
He doesn't know if the ball into Andrade's offside, does he?
Exactly. Free kick from Stevenage played across the pitch. It's Wilding finds Chair can't.
It was at him too hard, wasn't it?
Bounces off his shins. It's one back though by Wilding. Wilding gets across. Gets on across.
It's over Ravel.
Smith meets it. Rolled out to Andrade. He can't keep it in. Throw's taken quickly by Hunt. Byram forward. Casey tries to get to it. Sun's in our eyes here. Goalkeeper gets a clearance away, not a good one. Byram collects. It's forward. It's half defended. Again, Byram intercepts, and it's out of play. Stevenage throw. Chair whips in a ball. Defender heads it up to the edge of the area. Chair challenging for that one. Doesn't get to it. There's another ball whipped in from Stevenage though. Wilkinson and Akinde. Wilkinson out of position now as Akinde offloads. Danny Rowe gets it away. Stevenage player down at the moment. Alex Ravel. It's not Ravel, it's... Who is it? Is that Joel Byram down? I think it is, isn't it? It is Joel Byram, yeah. Meanwhile, at the other end, Luke Wilkinson gets a clearance away. Ball forward from Lincoln. Ronnie Henry comes across.
Neither goalkeeper or fullback gave Ronnie an option there, did they? And his clearance is easily cut out.
Andrade on this near touch line. Johnny Hunt watching him. Cross comes in. Headed away by Cuthbert. Volley from Boswick. Wildly off target.
Right, you've got to take a breath now, haven't you, and try and get yourself back on the ball.
Well, there's not much wrong, Dean. There isn't much wrong, and I don't know what... Dino Mamria is in conversation with Jason Goodliff at the moment. They're having a look at his subs and maybe just thinking, what can we do?
He's got 4 out, isn't he, at the moment?
I'm wondering if Joel Byram is maybe struggling.
Yeah, but what do you do? Sanupe's out, Gibson's out, Van Kooten's out, and Ball is out. I think Ball's probably the natural replacement. Here's Bruno Andrade.
Offloads to Erdley. Erdley tried to go on the outside. That was closed off to him. Now it's Boswick. Fires it into Joel Byron, gets it back.
Not a great ball to Ravel, and it's easily cut out by Shackle there from the wide position. Wilding just tried to roll it along the floor, but unfortunately Ravel was sort of on his heels, wasn't he?
Luke Wilkinson gets it forward.
It's like that was a tired leap from Ravel there, wasn't it? The Lincoln fans want a handball against Byram.
Stevenage been fouled.
Stevenage got a free kick for the foul on Wilkinson.
Luke Wilkinson will take Luton 2-0 up at Fleetwood.
Smith comes and does a good job there. And then he just throws the ball out to the touchline. He's got the free kick. Now he's thrown the ball away.
And it hasn't even got out. How can he be allowed to do that?
And a ball boy comes onto the pitch to give it back to him.
He's gone down injured, and then he's as Dean said, he'd already won the free kick, and then just throws it away. Now he's got the ball and will take this free kick. How can that not be deemed as time wasting?
Linesman gives a foul to Stevenage. John Hunt not happy with something. Seriously not happy with something.
Well, he's not happy with the linesman, is he? Why would he be happy with him?
And Nor's the manager, and Jason Goodliff. I didn't really see too much wrong with it. The referee had a word with Akinde, but anyway, Farman takes it.
Just wondering if they maybe thought there was a hint of an elbow there. I don't know.
Cher's got it. He's lost it.
Boswick.
Neither the referee or the linesman had any idea which way to give that. Neither of them.
Dino Manmaria is intimating that it's always going that way every time. He's going to have to be a little bit careful.
Well, it even got me out my chair with rage.
That's a lovely touch from Akeze to Wilding. Wilding though ran into trouble. Frecklington with a triple Salco. Good marks on the artistic impression there.
He rolled 6 or 7 times, didn't he? Anyway, free kick's taken, the ball's through with Farman.
Oh dear.
Come on, I mean, this isn't dead and buried, is it?
It's not, Dean. This is a good game.
Ravel on the floor again, and the referee's telling him to get up. Wins his header that time. Nobody near enough to him to pick up the chair. He's nicked that off Andrade.
Andrade is into his right foot. Plays the ball in. It's gone out. It's going to be a Stevenage throw.
I mean, it was a nothing ball really from Cher, wasn't it? But he got a throw out of it.
Here he is on the ball again. Now it's Hunt. Challenge on him. That was a corner.
That was a big tackle from Boswick, wasn't it? He skipped and he was just about to get into the 6-yard box along the byline, and Boswick came along and boom, ball's out for a corner.
So Stevenage with a corner here. We played 59 minutes.
Byram's coming over. Cher's gone to get the ball off the ball boy, but Byram is coming over.
Trailing by a goal to nil. Goal will certainly be talked about. I know that will anger Dino Manmaria, but if the referee doesn't give it, you have to play on. linesman stood there with his flag raised for, well, a good 10-15 seconds. Corner taken. It's now with Byram. Byram into Timlin. Chair keeps it in. It's still with Stevenage, but they're rather having to force this one.
Yeah, they tried that same thing, didn't they?
Chair again. Hunt to Byram to Chair. It's almost like they're really working hard to try and get Chair on the ball. Byram shimmies, keeps going. Still Stevenage going. It's now with Timlin. Timlin's shot fizzes over the bar.
It's good endeavour, wasn't it?
I was going to say, it's a good response from Stevenage from what's actually
However,
must be.
Everything's going high.
Fourth official now talking to the Cowley boys. They just don't stay in their technical area. It's almost like they're allowed to do what they want down there. There goes the clearance. Ravel scoops it forward. Macasey will chase. It's not gone out of play. It has now, and it'll be a Lincoln throw. Sun in our eyes here. It's a beautiful day. It's not a cold February day, is it?
No, it's beautiful.
I brought the big coat, but I can't wear it.
Oh, you wore it on the way to the ground, didn't you? You were sweating.
Oh, perspiring. Lincoln with the throw on the halfway line. We'll get another one as it comes off Macasey. 61.5 minutes played. 1-0 to the home side here. Now Danny Rowe, flag's gone up for offside. Lincoln still play on, and that's half the problem. They do play on.
Yeah, I'm not. You can't moan about that because they're doing everything right, then, aren't they?
No, but all right. I'm just wondering now. Wondering how legal it is to play on if the referee's blown his whistle.
Well, he hadn't though. That was the thing. The linesman's flag went up, and then it took its time, didn't it, for the whistle to be blown?
Looks like James Ball will be on shortly.
Yeah, I think Joel's done. There's a ball.
There's a ball.
Oh,
Chess!
No!
Wow. Now that's a talking moment. Ilias' chair there was certainly hauled back, pulled down.
Arms come out, and Chair's gone down, and he's given a big no.
Wow.
He's through. The ball's bouncing. He's not touched it, but he's going to get there before the goalkeeper, isn't he?
Yep. Joel Byram heads that forward. Now it's Chair again, one way then the other, loses out, but Timlin will play it towards Hunt. Hunt hits it in field, hooked away.
Smith came for it, but it was hacked clear.
Wilkinson wins his header. Timlin knocks it across to Ronnie Henry. He has to put it back to Farman, who will clear. Not great clearance, but Timlin will gather. Now it's with Macasey. Stevenage trail by a goal to nil. Macasey gets to the edge of the area, knocks it for Farman. Farman's low ball in, hacked away.
Yeah, Macasey did well there. Gave Luther a bit to do, didn't he? Just had to stretch. Throw in.
Macasey to Wilding. Wilding to Timlin. Timlin couldn't get a shot away, but he'll find Macasey wide on the right. Chair to Wilding. Wilding swings a ball in. Hunt can't get to it. The shot comes in
Blocked.
from Macasey. It's blocked. So now it's Chair.
Ooh!
Chair's shot at the goalkeeper.
Tried to pull it back across him, didn't he? And fortunately for the goalkeeper Smith, he's just managed to get his body down to it and stop that. But yes, Stevenage definitely having a little knock on the door. Hunt played it back brilliantly, didn't he? Good tackle from Wilkinson. He's back on the ball.
Hunt forward. Ravel
Got arms all round him.
does well to find Macasey. Macasey's tripped.
By Boswick. Good game management.
O'Connor will be on shortly for Lincoln. I wonder if it's Boswick that will make way. That's the substitution.
Well, that's the
or
one
the
you'd
replacement, isn't it?
You'd
that
expect
was-
them. I mean, O'Connor is he started at the Lamex, didn't he, earlier in the season in that Boswick role in the midfield.
Dons have gone 2-1 up at Brompton Park.
Right. Referee's told the goalkeeper to wait for his whistle. It's in a similar position to what Lincoln had in the first half.
Here comes the free kick. It's in!
Oh!
It's gone off the woodwork. Stevenage just waiting for the shot. The shot comes in again and it's hacked away. I thought that was in.
It's come off the just under the stanchion of bar and post, doesn't it? And just hit the post from Chair.
Had the keeper beaten.
Oh.
All ends.
All ends up. No, it's Frecklinson coming off for O'Connor. Wow, what a strike! What a strike!
He knew what he was doing there.
Yeah.
He whipped it, didn't he? And it dipped and
It
just didn't dip enough. Another inch.
Yeah, you're right, and it's hitting the inside of the post and probably going in.
Chair looks disappointed as well.
Yeah.
Because I think he knew exactly what he was doing. He's a handful, isn't he? Yeah, it's Luke Wilkinson.
Goes on a run to the halfway line.
23 minutes remaining here. Stevenage trailing by a goal to nil, but certainly
Not a good ball from Wilkinson. Akindi cut it out, but Byron picked it up.
Stevenage certainly the most offensive of the two sides at the moment. Henry heads it back to Farman and gets it back.
Timlin goes back to Farman. Right.
Another substitution coming for Lincoln, Shea McCartan.
Timlin and Farman absolutely contrived to make a right dog's dinner of that. And Farman puts it out of play. It's a throw into Lincoln on that far side.
He's not had a great return, has he?
No, he hasn't, actually. You're right. He's
had 2 or 3 really poor clearances, which is unlike him.
And he handed Akindi a header on a plate.
He flapped at that one for Akindi to have a header that was
And it's back in his hands now.
cleared off the line.
Cuthbert's miscued header, and he's picked that up under pressure from Andrade. He's still got the ball in his hands. He's having a little hop and a jump out to the left, and now he's running back to the penalty spot, and he looks like he's going to kick it against Akindi again. He bowls it out. Wasn't a great bowl either, was it? And it's out for a Lincoln throw.
It's out now.
It was too heavy for Ronnie. Ronnie then was under pressure from Pett. He had to play it to Wild, and it wasn't a great ball to him. And it's out.
Danny Rowe makes way. Shea McCartan on. I think Sanupi's coming on, you know.
Yeah, he is. I saw him on Tuesday, Steve. Sanupe in the Hearts Senior Cup defeat.
Who will that be for?
Don't know. He'll have to change the shape, won't he? He'll have to take a centre back off, I think. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Wilkinson. Then you put Macasey. I don't know really. Macasey's not a wide man, is he? I might even take Macasey.
Yeah, it could well be actually.
He hasn't really. It's out for a throw in. He hasn't burst forward. He's done okay. He's had some nice touches. He's controlled the ball. But there ain't a lot of teeth there, is there?
Throwing from right back.
Pet won the header and Boswick and Byram went in for a stud to studder.
Here comes the shot. Oh, what a strike! Bruno Andrade. That's 2-1. You don't stop that.
That's a great goal.
Yeah.
He's just picked the ball up from the loose ball from the Boswick Byram challenge. He's taken a touch. What? I want to say 30 yards he's hit that past Farman with some pace on it. It might not be that far out, but that's a good goal.
Well, it was Byram and Boswick going for a 50-50 ball.
Yeah, neither of
them went loose.
Yeah, neither of them won it, and Andrade just picked it up.
Andrade latched onto it and, well, fired a shot which, as much as it galls me to say it, was a superb finish. Here comes Chado for Stevenage.
Tried to play it through the legs. Oh.
Foul.
Look at that. Look at that. The ball boy's picked it up to roll it back, and one of the Lincoln substitutes has told him to put it down. So Chair goes and gets it. Oh, you know what? Football is dead some days, isn't it?
Ronnie Henry's coming off.
Yeah.
Substitution for Stevenage.
4-4-2 in that.
Ronnie Henry is Emmanuel Snoopy.
That's against the run of play, Dean.
Yeah.
Stevenage haven't deserved this.
Yeah, it's disappointing, isn't it?
Here comes Pett now. That's Wilkinson now will collect, plays it forward, and Lincoln can work it out to that left hand side. Low shot, dragged wide from McCartan. Farman with the goal kick over the halfway line. 17 minutes remaining here. Stevenage trail by 2-0. Dare I say it, I feel a little bit deflated.
Yeah, I do.
I really don't feel that they deserve this. They deserve more from the game.
Yeah.
But you never know. There's still time. Another goal, or a goal from Stevenage, and it would certainly make things interesting.
Wilkinson and Cuthbert now with Hunt and Wild on either side of them. Timlin sitting in front with Byram. Sanupe down the right, Macasey down the left with Ravel and Cher up front. Jordan Gibson's coming on now. He's taking his vest off.
Dons go 3-1 up at Carlisle.
Just fouled.
Boswick with the foul.
Just goes after the ball and Byram's got it and tries to kick it away from Byram.
Brian Hill just says how things change in football.
Yeah.
1 minute you're hitting the post for an equaliser, the next minute the opposition going 2-0 up.
You're dead right, Brian.
Absolutely.
Down the left hand side. Oh, nice from Cher.
It's a reverse. Chair trying to get onto it. It's beaten to it by the defender.
Byram calling the fourth official to get a ball back quick.
The defender happens to be John Akindi. Punt to Chair.
Not a great ball.
No. It's headed away. Cuthbert prods it forward. Now it's with Timlin. Timlin to Cuthbert. Cuthbert touches it out to Wilding. And it's Hunt. Hunt spots a gap inside. And finds Chair. Chair onto his right foot.
Oh, it's at the
Shot
post.
from him, and that's. Has that skimmed the post?
Yes, at the outside of the post.
Oh dear. He's a real live wire. He's hit the right hand upright, he's hit the left hand upright.
I don't think anyone can moan about the lack of opportunity today. Well, it's 3-on-3 now. Pett running at Cuthbert.
So for Cuthbert's behind, it's a corner.
I think we might be seeing young Smythe as well, Steve. He's now having a run. Guess what? It's a corner on that far side. Guess what?
There's nobody around it.
There's nobody there to take it, and nobody walking to take it. Oh, Andrade, the 2-goal hero, is now going to take it. Took his time, even needed the referee to tell him.
The fourth official down talking to Cowley about it, I think. It's a poor corner, but they might make something of it. Stevenage scramble it away. Joel Byram at the moment going to run it out to that touchline.
He ended up on the floor, didn't he? And O'Connor helped him to the floor, shall we say.
It's a cross from Pett. Andrade goes up for it and heads it onto the roof of the net. A looping header. Never going to trouble Farman, but Barnsley 2, Wickham 0. Fleetwood 0, Luton 2. That puts Luton 11 points clear at the top of League One. Carlisle 1, MK Dons 3. Here at Central Bank it's Lincoln 2, Stevenage 0. Now Lincoln on the attack, Akindi. And watched by Cuthbert into the area. Offloads, shot from Bruno Andrade. And it was a good block on him by Johnny Hunt. Both players on the deck. Another substitution coming up shortly. It is young Liam Smythe. It's Joel Byram will make way.
Substitution for Stevenage, replacing number 8, Joel Byram. He's number 29, Liam Smith.
Yeah, right. Macasey's going in the midfield with Timlin. Chair's coming out on the left-hand side. I feel really down.
Yeah, I do. It's been a good performance from Stevenage, and I can't really. It's not too much at fault, is there? Even
No.
that second goal,
It's a 50-50. Here's Smythe.
just a luck.
I'd love Smythe to to get himself into an opportunity or two in the last 10.5 minutes.
Jason Goodliff has to come and get the ball.
I'm just going to say, Jason Goodliff has to come and retrieve the ball.
So poor. So poor.
Hunt with a throw. Halfway inside the Lincoln half. Whoops.
Don't think the ball went out there, but there you go.
Smythe with a tackle. Oops. Chair tries to get it back to Hunt, but Hunt had moved.
Andrade comes away.
Timlin.
Andrade won't get to that one, and Andrade.
No, it's Andrade is down in front of us. He copped the Timlin.
I don't think he did, you know.
Body block.
He didn't leave a leg out for him. He certainly hit him.
Chair tries to get Ravel going, but
Ravel will chase.
It's too easy. It just rolls through to the goalkeeper.
I think the referee might be talking to Michael Timlin in a minute. Andrade on the ball now.
Macasey then
Ding. That
brings Andrade down.
Yeah, there wasn't much in that though, was there? Let's be honest.
It's a foul though, isn't it?
Probably, but
let's have a wine gum. I know what them Stevenage fans will be having when they get out of this ground.
Referee not spoken to Michael Timlin.
It'll be cold and fizzy. Whereas I've just got these fizzy sweets that do give you some kind of blindness as you chew into them.
I think we will see Jordan Gibson very soon.
Lincoln just playing it down this right hand side. Timlin gets to tackle him. There's only black ones left. They're delicious. I'm going to get more of these. Tangy.
Patchy.
No, ball's coming on for Macasey.
Well, no, he's not. The fourth official's got that wrong. He says number 8's coming on, but it's not.
Coming on, number 7, James Ball.
The little lad doing the PA is not going to attempt Macasey's name. Throw in, ends up out for a goal kick. The Stevenage.
8 minutes of normal time remaining here.
So ball in the middle of the park now. Smythe and Ravel up top. Sinupe one side, Chair the other. Ball and Timlin. Who'd have thought 3 of that team from Tuesday night are going to be on the pitch today? I wouldn't have. Ball doesn't manage to win it.
Wild. Wins the throw.
I don't know what I want him to do there, but I want him to do more, Luther. Didn't go round the man, just tried to force the ball through him, didn't he?
Mark O'Hara on shortly for Lincoln. Stevenage have got
free kick against Sinupe and Smythe.
And comes O'Hara for Pep.
Substitution for the extra.
He ain't really done a lot, has he, Pep?
Didn't at the Lamex either, did he, in fairness?
No.
Very quiet game.
But it would be your left winger coming off. He's got to come all the way across the pitch.
Free kick played eventually by Grant Smith. Goalkeeper right out to his touchline to get to that one.
Thank you for today's attendance. The gate is 9,036 with 206
Kinde. Now it's through on goal. Is a substitute.
Good block
Shane
from Wilkinson.
McCartan, but Wilkinson equal to that one. It's back to McCartan now, tight on this touchline. Eardley turns it back to Bolger. Wilding. It's a trick from Bruno Andrade there on Wilding. Free kick to Stevenage. Just under 5 minutes remaining of normal time. There won't be too much added on either, I don't think, Dean.
No. Foul for Stevenage.
Wilding fouled.
And just as an aside, long trip for the youth team today. The Merit League started, and I know I was chatting to Jimbo in the week, and he was off to Exeter today. Stevenage on the attack.
Slim smile into Chair shoots.
Oh, what a goal!
What a goal from Ilias Chair. A little bit of magic, no backswing, curled a shot. Goalkeeper no chance. Is there time? Lincoln 2, Stevenage 1.
3 minutes and 53 seconds on the clock as that hit the back of the net to go. What a goal, Steve. He's been threatening to do that all afternoon.
I've said it before, there's Luke Freeman all over this lad.
I told Jeff after the first game he's going to be better than Luke Freeman.
Well,
wow. Do you know what? On his Timlin just prods the ball out of play. The gaffer texted me on transfer deadline day. He went, "You're going to love the boy from QPR." Oh, and I do. What a goal! What a goal!
Carlisle have got a goal back. It's Carlisle 2, Dons 3.
Anyway, I didn't fill you in on the score at Exeter. It was 2-2. A good performance from Stevenage. An under 14, 2 under 15s and 4 under 16s all involved.
There's a booking for Toffolo for time wasting.
Sims and Smith were the scorers. Jack Smith. Free kick to
Stevenage. Akinde probably going to get himself a yellow now, and he is, as he's kicked the ball away and ran away with the ball. Well done, referee.
Problem we got, Steve, is there's only going to be 3 or 4 minutes of injury.
Well, never mind that. There's 2.5 minutes of normal time remaining. Wilding.
That's a rotten ball from Timlin.
Was.
Scooped it up, didn't he? Luther there's going to pick up a yellow.
Yeah.
Shove in the back. That was silly.
Have Lincoln scored?
That was a loud cheer for a yellow card, wasn't it?
Unbelievable, isn't it? Absolutely unbelievable.
You are unusually miserable today, Steve.
I just think it's so poor. I mean, that was... I agree that should have been a yellow card, but boy, you'd have thought they were being hard done by here.
Ball's lifted forward.
Eventually. Scott Cuthbert gets it away. Boswick prods it forward. That's going to roll out for a goal kick. A minute of normal time remaining. There won't be much added on. There really won't.
Not. Of course
3,
there won't.
maybe 4.
You know, when Stevenage are hanging on, there's 7 or 8.
I think there'll be 3 minutes.
I think 3, because you've only had 6 substitutes. I don't remember the trainers coming on in the second half.
Farman clears.
Oh, didn't win it. He needed to. Timlin
prods it forward. Does it drop? It's worked out to Chair inside the area. Chair with a shot!
Off. Well, not off the line,
defender, and it's headed away. There are a few gasps around.
He's headed it off the line. He was stood 3 yards off the goal line, but that's going in.
He's a game winner, this boy.
That was going in.
He is a game winner.
Right, now all we need is Cuthbert to pop up, and I'll have had a good afternoon on my goal scoring predictions.
Here comes the corner. Left-footed, in swinging. Goalkeeper scrambles it like this.
Right, what have we got? What have we got?
Oh, don't worry, because the goalkeeper's down now.
6 minutes!
Dino Mamria doesn't look happy with that.
Where's Danny Cowley's... He's in front of the fourth official, pleading with him. You've got that wrong. Jason Goodliffe's tapping his watch, going, is it running slow? He wants him back in his technical area. He points out he is in his technical area. Brilliant. Pantomime. Absolute pantomime.
Oh, the goalkeeper's still down there. Goalkeeper's down. Just, let's see how much...
Gentleman next to you.
It's going to be quite easy, because as soon as we get play, we've got 6 minutes.
Yeah.
If we don't have that, then there is something wrong.
Yeah. The gentleman next to you is really unhappy, Steve. Really unhappy.
I would be. 6 minutes. I've got no idea where that's come from.
The keeper's actually quite. He's down. We've in all the sheer craziness that's going on. The fourth official's on the pitch.
I don't think Dino's happy. It's only 6.
So, what's the fourth official on the pitch?
There could be trouble here. The goalkeeper doesn't look good, you know.
No, he doesn't.
They've used all their substitutes.
Yeah. Which is why we've got 6 minutes of injury time. He's added on another 30 seconds for the length of time Tom Pett took to get his sorry backside off the pitch. Right, fourth official now has Danny Cowley by the wrists, and he's moving him. Go on, Mamria's pushing him back. It is absolute pantomime, this. Keeper's up. Right, you got your stopwatch at the ready.
I'm just starting it from 0,
Yeah.
because I think we've got 6 minutes.
Absolutely right.
As soon as we start.
Okay, so the goalkeeper has moved the ball forward 3 more yards.
The official watch is at 92 minutes now.
Okay, so as soon as he blows the whistle, start your watch. There we go. 6 minutes, folks. 6 minutes for Stevenage to find an equaliser.
6, of course. We know that one from last week.
Hunt wins his header. It's out for a Lincoln throw. Jason Goodliffe's gone after the ball. Guess what? It's not coming back.
Fleetwood have pulled one back.
Jason Goodliffe's over the advertising hoardings. Make sure he places it in Eardley's hands.
It brings the level of gamesmanship is at shocking levels here.
Good work from Ball. Covered some yards to win that.
Timlin gets it forward.
It's out of play.
Can't get to it. It's out. It's going to be a throw into Lincoln.
Dino tapping his watch at the ref. Ref acknowledges it.
O'Connor.
Foul on Cuthbert.
That wasn't good from O'Connor.
Cuthbert is straight up, and he's running across the halfway line. Cuthbert now. He's up front with Smythe and Ravel now.
Dons have won at Carlisle, 3-2. Farman here clears long. Cuthbert's on the end of it.
Nobody nearer the
Heads it in field. It's not a good clearing header from Lincoln either. Now it's with Chair, the danger man. Chair clips it. Go on! What a goal! Ilias Chair has turned the game on its head. And what a finish. If you thought the first one was worth watching, wait till you see the second. From 2-0 down, Ilias Chair has just got Stevenage level, and boy oh boy.
I better sit down. I'm getting some funny looks.
You are.
Oh, Stevie boy, what was that? Talk me through that. Are you all right? Oh, man alive. Do you know what? I love football.
You have seen two. Dino Mamria has now been red carded. What on earth is that for?
I didn't mention it. I didn't mention it.
He wants to shake hands with Danny Cowley, who doesn't want to know. That is. He's got plenty to say to him. Stewart comes across.
I think he went and celebrated in the away dugout. The Stevenage fans.
Well, okay.
Should we get him up here with us?
The Stevenage fans down there, they're delighted with that. I tell you what, if it can stay like this now, it's Lincoln on the attack. Andrade clips it in. That will go out for a goal kick.
What's on your watch?
3 minutes.
We've had 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, we had about a minute and a half of celebration. So, goodness knows what time. I mean, my tea's in the oven. It's 2 minutes to 5. You know,
you don't see 2 goals like that in the same game, let alone from the same player.
Paul Farman is doing what he's done, and he's going to get a yellow card now. No, he's not.
Referee says, "Come on."
Farman walks,
move on.
He's walked from the corner flag to the other side of his 6-yard box, which he's been doing all day.
Look at the Lincoln bench. All of a sudden are up, and
Gaffer's standing in the tunnel.
Clearance from Farman. There's the downwards header. It's now with Hunt. Hunt clips it forward. Chair can't get to it, but challenges for the second ball. Won't get to that one.
Timlin won it.
He did win it. Fans didn't like that one. Farman out of his box to make sure Akinde doesn't get to it. It's out for a throw-in.
He came and headed that, Steve.
We've played 4 of the 6 minutes added on. Well, I say we've played 4, it's actually 6 minutes added on, but we had, because that was in the middle of an injury, we know we've probably got at least 2 minutes left, and the ball is in the hands of Stevenage goalkeeper Paul Farman.
They weren't though, he was shimmying all the way to the byline. Get it in your hands, Paul, for
Farman,
goodness sake.
Now, will just take his time, he gets to the edge of his area.
Absolute scenes here, Steve.
Clearance from Farman.
Smythe wins it.
Is there another one in this? Chair with the ball at the moment. Onto his right foot. The shot comes in. That's tipped wide.
What a save. What an absolute save. Here come Lincoln though.
Ball gets played into the centre
Stevenage.
And it's out of play. Well, extraordinary from Ilias Chair. Ball's out of play.
Yeah.
Stevenage throwing.
Referee has actually, I've seen, this is a first. The referee has given the throw in to Lincoln. It was clearly played the ball off a Lincoln player. He's given it to Stevenage. He's given it to Lincoln and he's changed his mind whilst the ball's in play.
It's now with Wildin with the ball in hands on the halfway line.
There's limbs everywhere down there to our left, Steve. Can you see them? I don't know if you can quite see them, but they're all out of their chairs. They're all celebrating.
By my reckoning, there's 30 seconds remaining. Or so.
I'll tell you what, on the full time, I'm going down to join them fans.
Shackle plays it out of defence. So now here come Lincoln though. Is this last gasp? Well, we've played 6 minutes. McCartan, can he get it across? He can. It's gone loose inside the area. The shot over the bar and the safety of the goal kick for Stevenage. Now, by my reckoning, we've played the 6 minutes, so I've got no idea how long we've got left here. Goalkeeper Paul Farman has the ball on his spot.
I'm all over the place, Steve. I can't even think straight.
Absolutely remarkable. And I have to say, Stevenage have deserved it, Dean.
Absolutely right. Farman
stretching the referee's patience, gets the ball in play.
No whistle.
No whistle.
Luther, play it long.
There goes the final whistle. And somehow Stevenage have come back from 2-goal deficit, and it's 2 absolutely stunning goals from Ilias Chair have got Stevenage a point here at Sinsel Bank, and we'll hand you back to join the rest of our frequencies. It's finished here. Lincoln City 2, Stevenage 2.
It's been another good afternoon for the Hatters. Can we bring you any travel news as we await our other two to come back? No, we can't. So we will hear from all of our sides in just a few moments' time, get all the reports, hear from the managers, plus your comments as well. 81333, put 3CR at the start of your text message on Twitter, at BBC3CR, to have your say. MK Dons fans listening to your victory